So just talk about when you see this facility. Did you envision this kind of building and construction when you were so involved in some of the fundamental legislation?
Yeah, I don't know if I envisioned it per se, but I knew that it was important to the horse racing industry that, I mean, we were, uh, politicians oversell things, but we were literally saving the horse racing industry in Kentucky. Those were jobs, not just here at a facility like this, but on farms all throughout Kentucky, in veterinary shops. I mean, the list goes on and on, hay, whatever it may be. And so, yeah, I always wanted to be a pro business legislator, and this was a great opportunity to do that. And it all this just is it's an attraction. People have been going to Vegas for years, so they could engage in this sort of thing. Um, you know, you can have facilities like this, and it's part of one of the things that uh, make people excited to live in whether it's Louisville or Lexington or here in the Bowling Green area or Northern Kentucky or wherever it may be.
You were a real champion of sports betting to, to lay the groundwork to get it finally passed. Uh, this is the biggest investment in sports betting retail. The other entities have not, they're
Mm-hmm.
just you can also bet online. When you're in this sports book, see the investment that Circa and the Mint Gaming Hall Kentucky Downs have
Yeah.
made on this. I mean, would you have thought that you'd be seeing a sports book like this?
I didn't think I'd see a sports book like this. I mean, this is exciting. Not only is it huge and there's plenty of seating, you've got the VSIN radio booth over there. They've made a pretty sizable investment, and this is space that could be used for HHR machines, and they've invested it in a sports wagering facility that is clearly top notch. So I look forward to seeing what happens with it. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of Saturdays and Sundays during football season where this place is packed. Um, and they'll be spending a lot of money in Franklin, Kentucky, and that's what we want.
I'm assuming that the Mint gets a cut of the wagering because they had the contract with Circa for Kentucky Downs.
I assume the same.
But it's Ron Winchell told me that it's not really a moneymaker for them. But what he's hoping is this brings in a new kind of customer who maybe they look at those HHR machines and start playing them. Maybe they, look, come to the live race meet. Maybe they bet simulcasting, get more familiar with horse racing.
Yeah, look, you cross promotion is a thing. These folks understand their business much better than I do. My goal as a legislator was to get government out of the way and let the people who know how to run businesses and create jobs do their thing. I wasn't going to try to tell them how to do it. But yeah, there's a lot of people here before the place is even open already working, cleaning, preparing, and yeah, it's revenue for the state and for the locals, not just from the actual sports bets, but from all the food and drinks and all the other expenses. I mean, buying gas here when you come through, all that stuff goes toward keeping our economies going.
2 meets ago, before I would go to the barns in the morning to work, I would have to drive to about a half a mile to Tennessee, pull in a gas station there, make my husband's bet back in Louisville, his
Sure.
bets for the day.
Yeah,
And now he's got all the apps. And
yeah, yeah, and anywhere in Kentucky. I mean, I was in Lexington yesterday on my way down for some meetings, and placed a bet or two in Lexington because it's anywhere in the state. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to see, and it just makes so much sense when you look at all the other states that have passed it, and I mean we're at well over 40 states. We'll get to 49 one day. Utah will probably hold out on us, but it's I've been saying, it's about letting adults be adults and let them have the freedom to do things that they want to do that makes their lives a little bit more enjoyable.
I mean, there are other parents of this sports betting and protecting HHR, but you got to be awful proud because you were involved in all the legislation that has, helped write it, sponsored, cajoled your
Hmm.
colleagues and stuff. There's got to be just a real sense of pride in being here today and seeing this.
It is very cool. That's why one should run for office, is to make a difference in things like this. And everyone has different visions of what making a difference is, but yeah, if I can expand economic opportunity for business owners and economic opportunity for people to get jobs so that they can live the American dream, that's why I ran for office. And it's a big deal. And of course, our horse industry is, well, this is the place to run in America now. It wasn't for a while. It used to be, and then it wasn't, and now it is again. And we should be very proud of that. And to think I had a little something to do with that is very cool.
I don't think a lot of people realize or remember how close the voting was to protect the HHR. And had it not passed, this place, Turfway in your neck of the woods,
Sure.
Ellis Park, the Red Mile, they're gone almost overnight. And you would have a wounded Keeneland and Churchill Downs.
Sure.
Would be all left.
It's unlike sports betting where we could file it every year till it passed. Given the way the Supreme Court ruling happened, we had a one-time shot. If we didn't pass it that year, it was folks were going to shutter, if not close down entirely. So we had a one-time shot. We pulled out all the stops. I was honored to be the guy that handled it on the floor of the House and did a lot of the initial lifting, and to get those final few votes to get us across the border. We had to bring in the speaker to get the last few votes, but we got it done, and that's all that matters.